Welcome back to the channel, everybody. And it's another Raptor Rundown edition here on the Sports Network. I, of course, am Mo Money, and the Raptors win in Dallas 127 to 116. An 11-point Raptor win, and they really found their groove in this game. It wasn't quite as good as their previous wins over San Antonio or other teams like Milwaukee, but it was a solid effort. They found their groove, like I said, and I'm gonna make an assessment here that maybe not everybody will agree with, but is my opinion. The Raptors aren't a good 3-point shooting team. The Raptors can hit the three ball. I'm not saying they can't. I'm just saying it's not their forte. And if you enjoy this content, like the video so more people can see it, please, and subscribe as well if you really enjoy the content. However, back to the Raptors. They jumped out to an early 6-point lead, and it's going to make what I just said sound ridiculous because they hit two threes and then they fell behind. But when they really found their groove in this game was that when they were attacking the glass. And that is when they took advantage of mismatches. Dallas didn't really have an answer for it, and it was just the Raptors' night. And to that effect, I'm gonna pull up the numbers now, where we are gonna look at how this game breaks down. 33-27 for Dallas in the first quarter, 35-25 for the Raptors in the second quarter, 37-30 in the third quarter, and they went point for point 28-28 in the fourth. Your key players for both sides were Scotty Barnes, who had 14, 14, and 7 with 4 steals and 2 blocks. But don't let that fool you because Scotty had a terrible first half. He went like 1 for 5 and he had 2 points. So all his work was being done in the second half. So you might sit there and think, well, who picked up the slack for him? And it's the guy G's been picking on all year. He found his groove today. It was Pascal Siakam who carried the Raptors for the first half. And here are a look at some of the key stats as well. 49 for 99, 50% or thereabouts for the Raptors. 40 out of 84, 80%, 48% rather. Luca had 31, 7, 8, 4, and 1. 31 points, 7 rebounds, 8 assists, 4 steals, and 1 block. Turnovers. The Raptors won that battle tonight 15-11. And I want to express how I really don't think the Raptors are a good 3-point shooting team. Number one, they were 18 of 27, which is 67% from the charity stripe. Not great, but pretty good. They won the assist battle by 1. They had 10 steals to 4 for Dallas, 4 blocks, 6 for Dallas. But here's the key stat: 72 points in the paint and 40 for Dallas. So they outscored them by 32 points in the paint. Second chance points: 15 for the Raptors, 12 for the Mavericks. What this tells me is the Raptors were attacking the glass both offensively and defensively because they had putbacks off of missed threes. That 21 personal fouls for Dallas, 25 for the Raptors. And this is just what I'm telling you. Their 3-point percentages, only 11 for 36 for the Raptors. That's less than 33%. That's 31%. And in comparison, Dallas shoots 17 of 41 from beyond the arc, which is 42%. So the Raptors were outshot from beyond the arc by 11%. And this is just one night. However, I am proud of the Raptors because they kept exploiting their mismatches in the paint and 72 points in the paint. And this is how they won their other game as well. This is a trend for the Raptors. As a matter of fact, I was texting with G, my co-host at the Buzzer podcast, and I said earlier in the evening, attack the glass and the Raptors make more cash, and settle for threes, and the Raptors fans start saying, "Oh, geez," because this Raptor team isn't as good at 3-point shooting as either they think they are or as good as they're supposed to be. Take your pick. But Pascal seemed motivated tonight. OG had some big plays, some offensive putbacks. The Raptors did hit some key threes when it was necessary. It looked like the Mavs were going to win this game at certain points in the second quarter. But once the Raptors got the lead, and this is what I mean, when the Raptors are out front, they seem to play better with more confidence, and they seem to be more sure of themselves. But Pascal had a game. Scotty made it look like he had a game with 14 or 14 and 7. But like I said, all that was done in the second half. So take that for what it's worth. The Raptors improved to 4-4 on the season. I do believe they were 11th in the East. Mavs fall to 6-2. They are still second in the Western Conference. But as I said, when you can expose the Mavs, and this is what I was talking about, they're all show, no go. And I had fun talking with G, and I kept saying they don't settle for threes. They play very well. They settle for threes. They get out of rhythm. They go up. They lose focus, and they give up like 10-2 runs like they did to the Spurs. And you can't come back from 22 every night. So it was nice to see the Raptors get a lead and hang on to it. We'll have to see what they do against Boston. I believe it's Boston on Saturday night is their next game. Just give me a moment here to look that one up as we have just a second here. Uh Remembrance Day. It's the Raptors and Celtics at 4 in Boston at the TD Garden. So that is your Raptor rundown for game 8 with the Mavs. I'm very proud of this Raptor team getting back to 500 and doing it without the three ball majority of the night and their tough defensive effort. Like I said, I think they play better from the front. But either way, until next time, like and subscribe. And as always, may your ego come from a place that keeps you humble. I'm Mo Money. Mom.